Without further ado, let's get going. And this is what it looks like without the cover on it. And the RTEX 18, there are two heater elements, one here, one here. They come in from the top. As far as I know, I believe they are replaceable, so if one burns out for any reason, you should be able to replace it. This unit also requires two circuit breakers, one for each of the heater elements. If you have a different model, maybe it might be smaller, it would probably only have one heater element and it would only require one breaker. The bigger models, some of them have 3 or 4 heater elements, they will require 3 or 4 breakers. Before installing one of these, you're going to want to make sure that you have the proper amount of amperage coming into your house. If you have a 100 amp breaker box, you're not going to be able to run this unit. This unit pulls almost 80 amps, I believe. I think it's like 72 or 75 amps. So if you have anything else running, your heater, air conditioning, you're going to be tripping breakers. Your lights are probably going to be flickering, so on and so forth. I have a 200 amp breaker. That is why I decided to go with this one. Not only that, but I'm a single person living in a 1-bathroom house. So I felt that this was going to suit my needs. The reason I did this review is because there weren't very many out there for this model, and the reviews that I read online are very misleading. That you don't really have an idea of where the people are located. You don't really have a good idea of their inlet water temperature and their outlet water temperature. So depending on what comes in and the flow is all going to be crucial to how the hot water comes out. Okay, so with the breaker off, I'm going to use the hot water here, and I have a tall glass with a digital thermometer in it, and we're going to let it just kind of fill up as we go here, and that way you guys can see what the temperature is of the water having to flow through my tankless water heater system. So got the hot water on, hot. And we'll situate this in here to where you can see it. So it looks like we're sitting right around 47 degrees Fahrenheit as the water coming into my tankless water heater. So as you can see, it's still slowly going down. I think this is as more of the groundwater is coming into the house. We're down to about 45 degrees and counting. So you figure if you're taking a shower, it's definitely pulling in more water from outside of the house, heating that up. This is the end of January in the St. Louis area. And you can see it's still going down slowly. I don't think it's going to go past 40, but still it's pretty cold water. All right, so let's flip the breakers on now. And we'll go turn the heater up. Okay, so we're going to turn it up all the way, and it's on Celsius. All you have to do is off, on, and just hold it, and that'll change it to Fahrenheit. So now that we have that up to 140 degrees max, we're going to go check out the hot water flow in the sink. As you can see, in the time it took me to flip the breakers on, the temperature is up to 49.7. So I've drained all the water out of here. And let's turn the hot water on and see what it goes up to. I'm only going to put it on about halfway. So it is dipping down at first. As you can see, it climbs pretty good when the water's on about halfway. Once we see if this will make it all the way to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, we'll crank it up all the way and see what it dips down to. You can see the steam coming off of it. 120 is pretty hot. Made it to 130. Alright, I'm not going to keep going all the way to 140, only because it is going to take a few more minutes, probably another minute or so. What I want to do now is turn the hot water all the way up on the faucet